Hello and welcome to your Year of Growth. Throughout this mini training, I'll be sharing with you what I've learned from 12 years working in the jewellery industry, generating over £4 million in sales, and why some of us struggle to make the rent and others manage to scale their business and grow something incredible. Spoiler alert, it's not because some people are better than others. It's not because they work longer hours. It's not because you're not good enough. It's not because your jewellery isn't desirable or because it's a saturated market. And it's not any other excuse our minds can come up with. It comes down to three things: knowledge, strategy, and action. Knowledge. If you don't know what to do, how can you do it? As jewellers, we're continually developing our making skills, our marketing skills, our organisational skills, our business skills. It's a lot. So the solution? We want to keep filling this well. Make time each year for your training. Go to courses, learn online, read books, join a mastermind program. Whatever you do, always be learning. Success is an inside-out job. So work on you and your business will improve. Strategy. This is what many of us struggle with. We create our beautiful work, put it out there and hope for the best. Fingers crossed. But this doesn't really work. There are many different strategies that can work for a jewellery business, but not having one at all is super risky. So we want to get ourselves one of these. Next up, action. Yes, yes, yes. We need to take the action put in our strategy in order to make this stuff happen. And I'm a firm believer it's not all about hustling and working yourself to the bone. My methods include time for intense work, mixed with time out for you. Having a nice relaxing bath, taking a walk, going for a yoga class, curling up with an inspiring book, fitting in family time, or for me, fitting in toddler time around running my business. Whatever best recharges your batteries. The most important part of your business is you, so make time for yourself and come ready to work when it's office hours. And the final piece of the puzzle? It's a big one, not to be underestimated. Believing that all you want is possible. This is not just thinking you can probably do it, but 100% knowing you can. If you take nothing more from this video series than this, then I will be happy. Your potential is limitless. This is your business. You get to make this stuff happen. And no matter what your circumstance, you have unique skills to bring. And if you don't know what they are or how to utilise them yet, then it's okay. We can figure it out together. Ask yourself this: are there any things that you'd really like to achieve, but realistically you don't think you can? What are they? Can you imagine for a second if you actually could do those things? It sounds so simple. But what if you actually can, and the biggest thing getting in your way is not believing it's possible? Imagine a year from now. You're there on this exact date in 1 year's time. You've surpassed all you thought you could achieve in this time. You've reached your goals, you're over the moon, and you can't believe you made all of this happen. Close your eyes for a moment and just imagine yourself there. What are the things you have achieved? What financial goals has your business reached? And what's your day-to-day like in your business now? Write these things down. Write down your income this time next year. Write how many pieces you've sold and anything else that's important to you. I know it can be scary, but this is a great mind-opening exercise. So go do it now. This is part of your year of growth, a really important part. This starts now. The hardest part about growing is believing you can do it without letting the fear of overwhelm or not being good enough creep in. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to feel like running under the covers and hiding from it all. You can even do that if you want, but don't give up. Give yourself the gift of really envisaging what you want from this business and this handmade life. Have you got it? If not, push pause for a moment until you do. Once you're there, let's go back and double them. Yep, you heard me. Let's make them a little bolder. Remember, you get to choose this. This is about remembering that your potential is limitless and opening yourself up to the growth that is waiting for you. Once you have your scary and exciting goals, write them out in big letters and put them somewhere you'll see them every day. Whether you believe in them or not yet, we have our targets and we're going to get you there together. As jewelers, we're typically very practically minded, myself included. So if this is difficult for you, I completely understand. And don't worry, we will get to the practical exercises. But first, we have to completely believe in ourselves, or else we run the risk of getting in our own way with horrible self-doubt. This exercise will not only help you to achieve your growth, but will help cultivate gratitude and appreciation for all that's coming. The final part of this self-belief exercise is asking yourself, what would achieving this mean to you? What would it mean if you got there? What would that do for you? For your family? For your future? For your confidence? And how much is that worth to you? As jewelers, we often get to a certain point in our business where we need to push forward to the next stage. And we can't always see ourselves what's holding us back. So let's take a look at the typical barriers to growth and how we can overcome them.
I don't have enough time to do it all.
Do you have this problem? Trust me, you're not alone. But busy is not a badge of honour, and you don't need to stay stuck in not having the time. Solving this problem comes down to two simple things. Firstly, focus. Stop trying to do everything at once and focus on one thing at a time. I'm going to say it again because it's crucial. One thing at a time. You may run this business for 10, 20, 30 years or more. You have time. It's only the illusion that we have to get it all done today, this week, this month, or even this year that's hurting you. Slow down to speed up. Focus on one area of your business at a time and give it 100% your all. This requires sacrifice, saying no to opportunities. It isn't easy, but it is worth it. The second thing, don't do it all yourself. No successful business has all of its operations done by one person, not even small ones. So if you haven't already, start thinking about jobs you can outsource. And if you have, then it's time to start hiring. No matter how small you are, there are things people can help you with. And for larger companies, we look continuously at how we can train other people to do what you're currently doing that frees you up to grow the business. So you can stop acting like the busy intern doing all the work with no room for strategy or growth. Okay, problem solved. Next.
What if my jewelry's not good enough?
Keep learning. Always be learning. Learning is the cornerstone to growth. No one believes their jewelry is good enough because as makers, we're always trying to improve. But no matter how new you are to jewelry making, you can run a successful business. The best jewelers are not necessarily the most profitable. Running a thriving business is a skill you can learn. If you wait until you're a master jeweler to start selling, it will take twice as long. So don't listen to any voice in your head that says you may not be good enough. Listen to this. You are enough. Your jewelry is enough. And what you have to offer is more than enough. When you believe this, your jewelry will start to sell. And the exciting part is, no matter how good you are at jewelry making, there's always more to learn. This is a passion, a journey of lifelong exploration. Book in training days each year to help you develop. Spend time improving your skills. Investing in yourself is always the best investment you can make, as these skills will stay with you. So in short, your jewelry is always good enough, but keep training and improving and you will never be stuck. So now we know we're enough and we're going to keep training to improve. Problem solved. Next.
I don't like doing online marketing, emails, the things that are working.
Yes, I know, what a pain. Sometimes the things that we know work are just a bit tedious and frankly, we don't want to do them. But guess what? You don't have to love every moment in your business to be doing something you love. And once you start to see the results, you may start to love them just a little bit anyway. As business owners, we need to be open to trying new things, to taking risks, to working through the discomfort of the parts of our business we don't enjoy. That means we get to live this incredible life, running this incredible business that we do enjoy. And plus, don't you owe it to yourself to put the work in? You may have spent years training in your craft. You may have come up with the most beautiful designs, and you have unlimited potential. Don't waste it because something's hard or uncomfortable. You deserve to grow, and your handmade work deserves to be seen. If we can't see it, then we can't buy it. So roll up those sleeves, get yourself out there, and learn to love the parts of your business that may be a bit of a push to enjoy. I've always found when I go all in, giving 100% to any area of my business, I begin to love that part. The grass is greener where you water it, so give this thing your all. Final point on this one. No career path is 100% pleasurable. Whatever you choose, there'll be ups and downs, good days and bad days. At least when you choose to do something you love, it's worth it. So let's get going and do what needs to be done to run this business that means you get to do what you love. Problem solved. Next.
But I can't charge that much.
Fear of overcharging or even undercharging is a big one that comes up for us makers. Remember, what you're selling is handmade. It's a form of luxury product. We're not selling loo roll. Therefore, we don't compete on price. Instead, we build a community and a brand that attracts our ideal customers, so price is not even in the conversation. Instead, they're on the edge of their seats, desperate to see what's coming out in your new collection, and excited to see new work from you. We know that people buy from people they know, like, and trust, and they need an average of 7 contact points with us before they're ready to buy. So charge as much as you like. The real work is not in getting your pricing right, but in getting to connect with your customers. So we're connecting with our customers and they can't wait to see what we're putting out next. Problem solved. Next.
Running your own business doesn't bring security.
What does? Whatever path you choose, there's risk. At least when you choose to do something you love, it's worth the risk. Am I right or am I right? Remember that failure is a lie. It's a feeling, not a reality. There'll be times when you're down in this business, and that's when we pick ourselves right back up. It's not always easy, but it will be worth it. A quick task for you. Get a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle. And on one side, write all the obstacles to your growth. So these are all your beliefs, anything that could get in the way. Get them all out there and write them all down. Then on the other side, I want you to act as if you're your best friend or someone who cares about you, and write all the reasons why this is not actually a problem. This is a great exercise because it gets all of those self-limiting beliefs out there and combats them all in one go. So give it a try. Whatever your challenge, you can do this. Okay, so now we know we can do this. We know there may be bumps along the way, but it will be worth it. And we're not alone. Let's start looking at how. One of my favourite tools I created for mapping out growth is the vision triangle. If it sounds cool, that's because it is. Let me explain. The vision triangle starts at the top with your vision. This is the overarching thing that you'd like to achieve this year. Then we have our goals, where we're getting a bit more specific about exactly what it is we want. Underneath that, our plans. This is how we're going to achieve our goals that lead to our vision. And finally, our daily routine. What things do we need to look at in that to make sure it all can happen? So I'm going to explain them all in a little more detail, but I recommend drawing out a big triangle for yourself and going through and doing this exercise. So your vision, how do we know what that is? Well, we've got a time period on it. It's for your year of growth. So this is your dream. Don't think about what's practical or what you think you can achieve. Think of something that inspires you, that's exciting, and it can be anything. It can be about the amount of pieces you want to sell or the money you want to make, or it can be about how you want to feel or time you want to spend with your family. What's really important to you this year? That's the vision. So we start at the top, and it's often the hardest part. So if you struggle with it, don't worry. Just put down the best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. Next up, we look at your goals. I would recommend putting 3 goals down. You can add more or less, but 3 is a good number. So with goals, we want to get a little bit more specific. I would encourage you to have a financial goal. How much income would you like by this time next year? Then usually a marketing or sales goal. How many Instagram followers do you want, or engagement, or how many visits to your website, how many newsletter signups? Whatever you're really working on this year, put that in as well. Then finally, we normally have a soft goal, something that's important to you that may not be as measurable as the other ones, like launching a new collection or getting into a store that you've always dreamed of being in. Remember, we want to make these exciting and scary goals, so add those in this part of the triangle. Then we come to look at your plans. Now, I don't want you to get too bogged down with this because it's just a 1-page vision mapping exercise for the year. But very roughly, what things would you need to do in order to reach those goals? Jot them down in here. And finally, your daily or weekly routine. So it's often the little things that can make a huge difference, like drinking more water to stay alert, or having 1 day a week off so you can rest and restore. Or if you don't have enough time, perhaps arranging childcare or whatever you need to free yourself up to run this business. So have a go at this exercise. It's a brilliant one that I do at the start of every year, really to set me up for what it is I want to achieve that year and get it all on 1 page. So go ahead and do that exercise now. And join me in the next video, the final video in this series, when we'll be looking at how to keep you on track and going strong and keeping this unquestioning self-belief going all year round. If you have any trouble with any of these exercises, come and join us in the Jewellers Academy Facebook community to share and ask for help. Remember, you're not alone with any of this. Running a jewellery business, we hold many hats. You're the designer, the maker, the marketeer, the social media poster, the customer service responder, the administrator, the packer. Typically, we do everything. This means we need to have skills in all these areas and to keep developing them. So how do I grow my jewellery business? The answer is straightforward but not simple. There's no quick fix, there's no jump to success, but a series of actions. This is how we grow. Designing collections, developing a signature style, having a coherent professional brand and voice, professional photography and image style to show your jewellery in its best light, knowing who our customers are and what they want, developing our sales platform, whether that's a website, Etsy, wholesaling to shops, craft markets, owning your own shop, or teaching. Keeping on top of our finances and understanding pricing, costs, break even, and how to make a profit. Working on our marketing, building a community on Instagram, Facebook, or in person. Email marketing, SEO and website promotion. Planning and executing new product launches, communicating offers, sales, or time-limited collections. As you grow, you'll look to outsource certain tasks in your business to free you up to do the bits you really enjoy and to grow the company. This might be areas such as photography, accounts, parts of the making process, administration, finance, or marketing. We also need to keep on top of legislation when it comes to selling your work, running the business, paying taxes, shipping, VAT, insurance, hallmarking, GDPR and employment law. For businesses that need to grow, we look at additional sales channels and partnerships, rebranding, charging more, and refining your range. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's because I just described about 3 years' work to you all in one go. It is overwhelming. So the good news is you don't have to do this all right now, and you don't have to do it alone. This entrepreneurial life is not meant to be done on our own. Businesses thrive around community and with the support of others. I've experienced this in my own journey. When I was 19, I launched the London Jewellery School, which grew to be one of the world's largest jewellery training centres in a couple of years. And whilst it was successful, this success was a direct result of my training, support and communities that I'd been part of. Without them, I wouldn't have had the knowledge and the courage to run that business and the ones I have since. And it can be the little things that make a difference. The spark of an idea from an outsider can ignite the project that launches your business to new levels. Things that seem so difficult to us can seem so obvious and simple to someone else. In my first year in business, I spent all the money I had in the world on training how to become a jeweller and how to grow a business, as well as the tools I needed to do that. This was the best investment of my life, as I now run multiple six-figure jewellery-based businesses and can honestly say I love my job and the joy that jewellery has brought into my life. But it's not all been plain sailing. I've made many mistakes along the way. There were times when I wanted to give up, times when I didn't know if I'd be able to make the rent on my business or my house, and genuinely didn't know whether I'd have somewhere to sleep at the end of the month. What got me through the difficult times were the support systems in place, the communities, friends, mentors and coaches, which is exactly why I launched Jewellers Academy, to provide a thriving ecosystem for jewellery entrepreneurs in which to connect, flourish and grow. I'm so excited to share with you that starting very soon, I'll be running live my flagship 8-week-long intensive business training program for jewellers, the Jewellery Business Bootcamp, where I'll be sharing with you everything I've learned over the past 12 years as a successful jewellery entrepreneur, covering step-by-step guides in every area of growth you could choose to take. We cover marketing, pricing, managing the finances, how to scale as you grow, Facebook ads, email marketing, copyright and protecting your designs, how to build your website and sell online, and how to sell effectively through craft fairs, hiring and outsourcing, templates for you and your customers, how to create adverts, graphic design, branding, photography, building a loyal customer base, and so much more. It's called a bootcamp for a reason, and it is intense, but you don't need to complete it all. You can pick and choose the areas that are going to work and get the results that you want for your specific business. I'm so excited about what's possible for you. If you're struggling right now, if you want to grow but for whatever reason it's not happening, maybe you're just starting out and you don't know where to turn. Maybe you've been doing this for years and the growth you really desire has just not materialized. It's completely normal to struggle and there is a solution. What got you from A to B is not the same as what's going to get you from B to Z. And we all know if we keep taking the same actions, we're going to get the same results. So maybe, just maybe, now's the time to try something new. I come back to where we started with all of this. In order to grow, we need 3 things: knowledge, strategy, and action. The bootcamp can give you knowledge and strategy and the motivation to take action. But don't take my word for it. Hear from some of our incredible alumni.
My name's Sally Howe and my jewellery business is called How Fine Designs. I design silver jewellery mostly, but I work with sustainable materials, so eco silver and argentium and fair trade gold. Being part of the membership has been absolutely vital for me as a solopreneur, because working from home sometimes can be quite a lonely thing.
Hi there, I'm Karen Young and I founded my own jewellery business in 2014 called Karen Young Jewellery. Since being part of membership, probably the biggest light bulb moment for me has been the importance of branding and the impact my brand has on attracting my ideal customers. Since working through the branding course and some of the social media courses, that's really helped me hone my branding. And I actually went through a rebrand quite recently, putting into practice all the things I learned.
I can pick and choose between a certain course to learn a certain skill, like the wax carving course, for example, or I can do something a little bit bigger, like the photography course, which I'm working through at the moment, which is really brilliant.
The other great thing about membership is obviously the community in the Facebook group. There's something quite wonderful about being able to share and ask questions and get feedback from other like-minded jewellers, and I've found that absolutely incredible.
I really like to be able to follow the live courses as well, and the Q&As are brilliant because if you've got something you want to ask, you can put your questions in and get a response.
Because I've joined online communities before and I haven't got a huge amount out of them. But within days, I soon realised that the amount of content available specific to jewellery makers was vast. It really does touch on every aspect of jewellery making and running that jewellery business, even if you're just starting out. Or if you were like me, you were a bit more further down the line.
Having the Jewellers Academy behind me as a supportive community has been really important.
These amazing jewellers have had incredible breakthroughs that are because of them, because of the work that they've put in. And we've been there to offer advice, training and support along the way. The bootcamp starts on Friday the 24th of January, and I can't wait to work with all of the jewellers signing up this year. So if this is your year, you really want to go for it, to launch a business at full speed, to take a thriving business to the next level, and to make a good profit you can live off of, then this is your official invite to join me. The cost of the bootcamp is £977, but this year we're offering it as part of the Jewellers Academy membership, which is priced much less at £425 for the whole year. This includes the live bootcamp. To join, simply sign up for annual membership and get the bootcamp included. If you're a monthly member, you can upgrade to annual to join the bootcamp. And if you're already an annual member, you don't have to do anything to get bootcamp access. For this, you get full access to the full live bootcamp course, weekly live sessions to keep you on track, and get any questions answered live with me and the Jewellers Academy team. You will also get access to all Jewellers Academy membership resources, including more than 20 jewellery making courses in silversmithing, metal clay, wax carving, stone setting and more, and 6 other jewellery business courses. The community is key, and as a member, you'll have full access to the private members Facebook group to get support from those who are working on their jewellery journey too. This is my flagship course, which combines all the knowledge, learnings and experiences that I've had from my career in jewellery. Together we'll look at developing your vision, goals and targets, designing collections and developing your unique style. There's a whole module on pricing and profit, jewellery photography, marketing and social media, how to build out your sales funnels, how to create your own website, your branding, logo, colours and typography. There are practical behind-the-scenes tutorials on how to do all of this. And for larger businesses, there are modules on how to hire, developing processes in your business, and managing a team. I can't wait for you to join in. So if you're with me, click on the link and sign up to the bootcamp this year. Or visit jewellersacademy.com/bootcamp. Maybe you're scared. Maybe you're on the fence. You'd love to join, but it feels like a lot of money. Let me ask you this, not just for this training, but for any decision to make a real change this year. What would be the cost to you if you didn't? Another year of feeling disheartened, feeling like you're not progressing, feeling stuck, feeling depressed? I'm not going to lie to you. I can't make your jewellery business grow, but I can provide you with a complete training and support system worth tens of thousands of pounds that gives you everything you need to give this thing your very best shot and to do it with joy. 1 year from now, what do you want to have achieved? Where do you want to be? And if it's growth you want, if it's transformation you want, then I'm right here to do it with you. Thank you so much for joining me for this video series. I appreciate you. And whether you join me for the bootcamp or not, I'm excited that you're working on your business one day at a time. If you are joining me, don't forget that doors close on the 24th of January, so don't miss out. All that's left to say from me and everyone at Jewellers Academy is...
You've got this! See you on the bootcamp soon!